All right, fam. We back. We had a second break. So just to wrap up that video we had just saw, I call it the $100 million man video. Um, I was laughing before I was laughing offline, y'all, because she said she spent $150,000 on basically a botch body. Because why did she have to have so many
Please.
different surgeries and she's only 28 years old?
She insecure within herself, man. Her mental health ain't right.
Exactly, her mental health. Um, so I just want to ask this last question before we wrap everything up for today's episode. Episode 6. We gave y'all a three-parter this time. Um, what what can a woman do to get her $100 million man? What does she have to have? What does she have to look like? We on our what's his name? Samuels. What's his name?
Kevin Samuels,
Is it Kevin?
rest in peace. Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, yeah. This our Kevin Samuels moment right now. What does a woman have to have or do or look like to get $100 million man?
She got to be an FBI woman. She got to be feminine, beautiful, and inspirational. That's what she got to be.
You
She got
remember?
to make sure she looked up to par. Hey. Hey. I was on his live a couple of times when he had it on Instagram. And
Yeah.
but yeah, that's what she got to be, man. Because nobody want a masculine woman, a masculine woman, and one that's always negative. And you gotta. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Now, if you ain't beholding my eye, then you ain't beauty. Like, what is you doing?
that
That's a good one.
is
Yeah.
that is a good one. Um, for me to get well, I like I say, let's look at what works. Let's look at the women that actually have $100 million. What qualities do they hold?
Mm.
Most of them do have some form of college, but most of them are just really sweet, and they found themselves in a very good position. And most women that have $100 million men have had him before he hit 100 million. It don't use like it's not many of them that get 100 million and they be like, "Yeah, I'm finna go get married now, bro." That's usually not what they think about. So those women that have found themselves into big oil rig company men, we talking about top level CEOs, $100 million a year. We're talking about the top what 2-3%.
Probably just the one. If we
So
doing
that
if
means
we
you
doing
gotta be
if we doing the triple digits into the millions when
right.
it comes to the 100 million and up, that probably is maybe a 1%.
Yeah. So now that means we
But
have
you
to
got
look
to
at
think
the
about what type of
so
man that is.
that 1% of men. Now you got to find the 1% of women that's able to find them. They got lucky. They were in the right place at the right time in the right
That part.
situation. That's just how it works.
They were
Now,
probably
if
at a
you,
movie premiere, at the golf course, at the country club, at the grand opening or something. They put
I'll say
themselves
I
in
like,
position.
and they keep track of all of the men that make that amount of money. So when I look at their wives, most of the time they're simple in a good way. They're sweet, they're kind, they're feminine, they're very beautiful. They do have a stoic feature about themselves, but most of them you don't even hear them talk. You don't even know what their voice sound like. So I would tell a woman, try to work on the femininity. Put yourself in positions and in rooms where there are masculine men that are growing. If there's a certain division of men you like, and then play the role of a supporter, of a nurturer, in whatever capacity that man may need in his life. And then if you can stick with him and hope that he makes it, because it's still a crapshoot even for the man to get that much money, then you blessed. Now you got $100 million man.
What
But he
about
probably was just a $10 million man though when you met him, or maybe a $5 million man, or $100,000 a year man, probably less than that. Hell, I think Bill Gates' wife was with him back when he first started the company. I mean, you know, I'm just saying, the men that get that wealthy, Elon Musk's wife was with him when he got out of college. We didn't even know who he was. Neither did we care, because he hadn't created not one Tesla yet. So we ain't care what he could do. He ain't had made one rocket ship go to the moon or nothing. So we didn't care nothing about him. But she stuck with him through all them late nights in the factory and all the times he blew off his eyebrows and he had an idea. I'm for real. Like, women with these men go through so much stuff that nobody really talk about. The bankruptcy, the lawsuits, the company's failing. The company's stock dropped today and we just had to fire 50,000 people. They have to deal with that man and how he mentally deals with. So yeah, these women are unique, bro. They're very unique, but they are like the 1% of men that exist that make that money. They are rare.
So what about the situation with Janet Jackson? She had married this guy from overseas. His name, he was from the country Qatar. She had married him, and the deal was that she give him a child, but he had to pay her like a boatload of money, like I
Sound like she winning in this.
huh?
Because if all he wanted is a child, it's like, okay, and you pay her a boatload of money, like,
They
dude.
got married, and the stipulations of the marriage, for I guess to dissolve it after a certain time, was she give him a child, and then he give her like, I don't know how much it was, like maybe 200 million. I don't know, it was a lot.
Man, it's people
So
down here paying
what
to get
about
married for
marriages
the
like that?
papers.
What about marriages like that? Is that even still a common thing? Or
Oh
is that just
yeah.
the wealthy doing that now?
Yeah, wealthy get to
Common
do
folk
things
doing
you don't
that?
do.
No, you
Yeah.
got people who want their papers. Undocumented people want their papers. I've been presented a couple of times with the opportunity where they're like, "Hey, we pay you X amount of bands, to marry this person." And then it's like, yeah, after X amount of time, you file for divorce. They just want the papers. I'm like, what? What's she look like? How much is jail time? Do I get jail time? This got to look real. You got to follow through with it. It's real, man. It's real out here. You start knowing some Hispanic people or undocumented people, I guarantee you that conversation gonna come up like, hey, got a business opportunity, amigo. You know, pay you 50 bands, man. My cousin, give her papers.
Well,
Hey.
hold on, but this is different though, Solomon. Let's put what you asking into context. Like you said, this is different. This is not even wealthy. This is the super rich we're talking about. His name is Wilson Almana. And automatically I knew that owl in the middle, wealth. There's wealth in his family worth $1 billion. So
That's what
what
that
Janet,
Alan.
right. So what Janet Jackson did was play the feminine role. But she had to do it at a high level because her family network ain't nowhere near that much. And Michael really had most of the money. Her network is decent, but compared to him, so that's basically his goats and his cows. Like back in the day, you come with ghost cows, I'll bear you a beautiful child. And for him, it does build status because you're dealing with the super rich, the super wealthy. She's a superstar, and then he's in another country, which makes him look better. You know what I'm saying? So to me, yeah, that made sense. Matter of fact, let's go deeper into that real quick. While you hit it, Solomon, she had in her prenuptial agreement that if the marriage lasts for at least 5 years and they was separated, she would get 100 million. And if the marriage lasts for 10 years, she'll get 300 million. What? Yes. Yes, indeed. This is what I mean by if my daughters can marry a prince, you goddamn right. We sitting at the table. We are going to make some agreements. This man is a billionaire, probably come from a family that's worth even more. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. It's business. That's all it is, really. At the end of the day, marriage is business.
Facts. Well,
Now,
family.
yeah, go ahead, because we've been stayed on it. We're gonna have to make another video on this topic.
Oh,
Yeah, because I was
snap. You couldn't hear me. I had it on mute. It's the
what
business, man. It's the
oh,
business. People have taken the business part out of marriage, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. It would make it so much easier if you had arranged marriages. You know, it'd take out all of the guesswork and all of this headache. 9 times out of 10 that you gotta find out, you know. You just hope. They hook you up with a good one that look good and the good business arrangements here, and hey, we set, you
didn't
know.
we have a few of those here in the nation?
I don't know. You tell me. I've
I
been,
think we did.
yeah, name a few.
I,
Well,
I don't want to start speculating.
Come on, come on. We're gonna have to put it in the chat. We're gonna have to put it in the chat. Cause I wanna know. I
I
wanna
wouldn't be
know.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the King made a few arrangements. You hear
I think the
me?
king made a couple, maybe a couple.
Couple.
Yeah, that's crazy though. Go ahead, man. We probably have to catch up on this one another time.
Y'all, we gave y'all this a rarity right here. I might actually post this last one a little early. We gonna of course do our weekly every Monday, but since we got a part 3 this time, I might post this maybe Friday. What y'all think?
Sound good to me. Give them a little taste of it.
Yeah,
A little
little
taste
taste
for
of.
the before Monday coming. Okay.
I'm trying
Well,
to figure out
family.
who's arranged. We're gonna end this recording and we're gonna talk about who's arranged. We're gonna end the podcast to talk about arrangements.
All right, family. Well, thank you for listening to episode 6 of the Pharaohs Podcast. I am Solomon. You can find me on Facebook at Cornelius Solomon Walker. You can email me at if you want your book published with my publishing company, King and Empress Publishing LLC. You can email me at cwalker1582 at gmail.com. And you can also reach all of us at the Pharaohs Podcast at gmail.com. Israel, where can people find you?
That's what's up. Y'all can find me on my Facebook page, Jonathan Johnson. You can find me on my website, jonathanjohnson621.com, currently under construction. And yeah, you can email me at 621moneytips@gmail.com.
And
We're
Luke,
gonna
where
have to
can
put a
people find
plug.
you?
Yeah, like I said last time, y'all can find me at 625 West 103rd Street every Sunday, man. I'll be dropping jewels.
Oh,
Want
man,
some
he dropping
jewels, you in the
jewels.
city, you trying to come through and, get a few words of encouragement. I'm always working that land, but you can find me on the social media platforms, especially on our platform of the Pharaohs Podcast. So, I got some more projects coming up this summer, but everything right now is to be announced.
There we
Yeah,
go. That's what's up.
speaking of our Facebook page got hacked. So
What?
Yeah.
Who's yours? How
no,
your
the
page get hacked?
podcast.
How the
Yeah.
podcast get hacked, boy? What?
I don't know. So we're
We
gonna
got some
have to make a
haters.
new we're
Somebody
gonna have to
stole
make
it?
a new
So you saying somebody stole it?
we'll talk about it. I don't know what happened,
Man, you
but
must have made the password too easy. Somebody must have wanted it
it
and hacked it.
wasn't though. The password, the password wasn't
Nah, the
easy.
password wasn't easy. It probably was something else.
But y'all can
Somebody
still follow us on Instagram, still follow us on YouTube at the
Man,
Pharaohs Podcast.
I mean, we dropping gems, man. They hacking us. We dropping that good stuff.
it's only gonna get better. Get
You
better.
stop recording?
It's definitely gonna
No.
get better. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.